Welcome to this Word of Hope. It's Monday, November 17th. And today in our first reading, we begin the Book of Maccabees, which is really the final chapter of an ongoing, repeated story of the history of Israel that is chronicled throughout the whole of the Old Testament of the people of Israel, God's chosen faithful, with whom he's made covenant after covenant, and this vacillating relationship of being good people in good standing, covenants, being faithful to God, and they're turning away from God. And the story of the Maccabees, sort of at the end of the era that we know as BC, before Christ, we see this one last chapter of this theme. And it's pushing us toward, right after Maccabees in this era, is where then Jesus is going to make himself known, is where Jesus is going to come. And we are approaching the Feast of Christ the King, which is the end of ordinary time, when we begin thinking of Advent, where we begin to sort of switch this liturgical year, and we look forward to the new one. We look forward to the coming of Christ. In many ways, we sit like the Maccabees. We have this really interesting encounter with Jesus, with this blind man who reaches out to Jesus and asks, "Please have pity." In many ways, we see God's response to the Maccabees and to every era of the history of Israel where there were times of forgetting God and putting God aside. The very fact that Jesus is there and he looks at his people in suffering and in need and sees them and comes to them and reaches out his own hand. Your faith has saved you. It is a story that sets us up for the true meaning of Christmas. That God, the way he sees us, is not just as this judge weighing our good and our bad, but as seeing that the solution for ourselves and the ways in which we inhibit our flourishing and our happiness is that our humanity, is good. It's good enough that God himself can put it on himself to declare divinely the goodness of humanity and to tell us face to face that he will then come and save. He will come and heal. He will come and restore. He will cross the valleys and walk into the muck of our life and all of our imperfection and not be afraid to be there and look with his loving gaze. It's this that causes the disciples to praise God. And so do we too. Let us end this ordinary time with a burgeoning hope and declare that Christ is our King once more. God bless.